Hey guys, welcome back. If you watched my first video, thank you so much. I can't wait to get into the second one for you today. We are going to be doing a dual nail form tutorial using the makartt Jelly Glitter Polygel Kit. I did get it last week and I did open it because it was so cute and I was excited, so I'm going to show what was in it. It came with the 4 polygels. It came with a top coat and base coat. It came with a polygel brush, which actually has a brush on one end and a spatula on the other. And this is just so cute. The colors, the ombre effect is such an adorable kit. It also came with a nail file, which is a 100 and 180 grit. And it came with some dual nail forms and a case, which is super nifty. And it also came with some double thick paper nail forms, which we are not going to be using today. I don't want to use the polygel brush or the nail file because they're so adorable and I don't want to ruin them, so I am going to put them aside and use a nail file that I get from Sally's Beauty. It is a 100 and 180 grit as well. And I'm going to be using this buffer that I got on Amazon and another makartt polygel brush, which does have the spatula and brush on the other end. It's basically the same thing, but I just don't want to use the other one. And I'm going to be using this top coat and base coat from the nude kit. You can use the base coat for a slip solution. We can do that in another tutorial at a different time. I'm going to be putting those away so I don't ruin them. If you're going to be doing your natural nails, it's really good to have a nail dehydrator and also a nail primer. I like to use this product as my slip solution, and I also use this antibacterial spray as a cleanser. It did come with this slip solution, but I don't want to use it either. The other stuff I get from Sally's, I can get the big bottle for like $5. So let's get into swatching these. Okay, so I'm going to explain what you would do to your natural nail if you were going to be prepping for that. You're going to take your nail file and buff away any shine that you have on your natural nail bed. You're going to go and get your little duster brush, clean that off. Go ahead and get your nail dehydrator and go ahead and cleanse your nail with that. And then you're going to get your primer and you're going to put a layer of that and you're going to let it dry. The reason we do those 2 steps is so that your nail bed is super clean and the base gel adheres to it very well so you don't have lifting. So we're going to take our dual nail forms and This actually took me quite a minute to size it. The reason is you want to go up a size than it would be if it were to fit naturally, because when you fill the nail with polygel, you lose all that area inside the nail. So if you get a nail that is the perfect size and then you fill it up, it actually becomes smaller. So you want to go a size up, and I didn't want to screw this up, so I had to triple check just to make sure that it was correct size for this tutorial. So bear with me, I'm so sorry. So as you can see, it really did take me a while to size this. This little nail form finger is kind of wonky, so I just wanted it to be perfect. So thank you for bearing with me. Okay, so now we are going to apply our base gel to our fingernail. And you want to apply a thin layer. You don't want it to be too thick, because that can also cause like lifting too early on, like say after a few days. So you really want it to just be a thin layer. And then you're going to cure that for 60 seconds. I cure everything for 60 seconds in my lamp, which is 86 watts. So I cure, yeah, everything 60 to 120 seconds. Okay, so once that's done curing, we're going to take our polygel and our dual nail form. I hold the nail form at the tip of it. It's easier for me to work like that. It has a little thingies on the side for you to also hold. So I take the polygel and basically try to squeeze it out in an even thickness along the nail form all the way down. And you're going to want to start from, let's say, as long as you want your nail. So once you have that squeezed out, you want to go ahead and always cap your polygel so it doesn't get any air bubbles. And then you're going ahead and dip in your slip solution, and I always dip my my brush on my napkin, and then I take it all the way down one edge and I just basically push it to evenly fill out the nail form. And I find it easiest to start on one side all the way down, and then to go to the other side and do it all the way down. And then you can take your brush and smooth out the middle just to make sure it's really even. Sorry if I'm kind of talking a lot. My voice is getting a little dry and this is all new to me, so bear with me. So once you have your polygel as even as you can get in the inside, you really want to make sure that you get all the way around the edges, the sidewall, as you would call it, all the way up and down, so that your stress point isn't weak and the apex is built up correctly. Okay, so once it's ready, you're going to go ahead and apply it to your nail, and you're going to want to press down, not too hard, but you're going to want to press it hard enough to where it's completely flush your nail with the polygel. And you're going to want to make sure it's straight. And then you're going to take your polygel brush and you're just going to go ahead and clean up the side of your nail, just to make sure there's no overflow, no polygel hanging out of the side. You shouldn't have too much if you don't press too hard. And then you're going to want to flip it over, and you're just going to make sure that it's nice and smooth on the underside. You don't want to press too hard because then you'll shift it. And then you're going to go ahead and stick it in your UV lamp, and I cured this for 120 seconds. And there you have it. That is what it looks like cured. You're going to want to just shimmy the dual form left to right and it should pop right off. And there you are. Voila. So with the dual form, when you take it off, it's actually not like tacky, so you don't need to use a cleanser, which is really nice. And then you're just going to want to take your nail file and snatch up them sidewalls. So you're just going to shape your nail to your liking. Get the sidewalls really straight. You want to kind of go underneath the inside, because sometimes where your stress point is and the apex up on the top, when it comes over, you kind of get some like hanging. So you want to make sure to get under the underside and file that down, and also get as close as you can around the cuticle. If you do have an e-file, you can use that. I actually prefer to use hand file for whatever reason. I just like it. But yeah, so enjoy. So we're just going to take the buffer, and I'm going to buffer the nail all over, all around, to make sure that there are no scratches. You want to buff all of that out and make sure that it's nice and even. Make sure there's no shine and no scratches. Okay, so now we are going to cleanse the nail just to make sure that there's no, nail dust, anything left on the nail, because we're going to be top coating next. So make sure that's nice and clean. And then we're going to take our top coat. And this is the one from the makartt new kit, which is amazing, by the way. So as you're applying your top coat, you don't want too much top coat, because it can get really like bulky and runny, and you don't want to do that. And you also want to make sure when you have like a clear nail, like a jelly nail, that you coat the underside of the nail to make sure you give it that, as clear, translucent look as it can possibly get. And then you also want to make sure that you clean up the sidewalls of your nails after you top coat, just to make sure it doesn't cure bulky and you keep your shape that you created. So as you saw, I swiped the side of the nail. That's what I mean by clean that up. So I'm curing this for 30 seconds. And I am going to be showing you these new hands that I got in the mail today. I'm excited to use these. They're a little weird looking, but I'm excited to create some full sets using the lazy girl method with the full cover tips, which I'm going to be doing a few tutorials this week. So stay tuned for that. And there you have it. Perfect nail made with a dual form. I really do love this kit. It is such a beautiful kit. It is perfect for beginners. I really had fun making this tutorial for you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you learned a few things. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, makartt. Bye-bye.